Welcome to Kian Podcast. Crying for the loved. Turns out he doesn't love me. He just found an image of his ex on my face. Then he's conflicted between the past and the present. He doesn't allow me to keep the same habits and hobbies as her. Perhaps Tuan was afraid of realizing he was in love with a surrogate. When I was a child, my mother used to say, every day and didn't cry. That day she was really grateful to heaven and earth. Perhaps that is the clearest evidence for how much An cried during his 22 years of life. He was always ridiculed by his parents when he cried bitterly when there was a trend of showing Korean movies with the ending or leukemia. There was even a time when he sobbed in the middle of the class because his best friend fainted from low blood sugar. The disease of crying was so severe that watching the children in the neighborhood shoot birds' nests with slingshots also made An's thoughts make her tears flow. An often excuses himself that it just makes him more sensitive than others. Or that his tear glands work too efficiently, something like that. But An is not ashamed, nor is he afraid to shed tears in front of others. It thinks that daring to cry and dare to laugh is a form of courage. Have the courage to express your feelings. What is more valuable to itself? When every day is faced with countless human skin masks with a smile that does not reach the bottom of the eyes, while the pain is hidden very deeply in a cold smile. An is a proud girl hiding behind a sweet and weak shell. Nian said it. Nian lives with An in an apartment building. According to personal observations, and Cho Nian is the type of person who rarely shows emotions. The two have been close friends since the early days of high school, but An has never seen Nian angry or cry. Nian always calmly handles things as if she knew in advance that they would happen, something that constantly amazes An even though the two have been together for nearly 3 years. Their friendship is very strange. They don't interfere much in each other's private lives. The two just talk about trifles, like rising food prices, or watch a boring movie together when one of them is sad. And likes the time when they lean on each other's backs when they're tired, likes a glass of ready-made Nian milk when she's sick, likes her friend's implicit concern even though her words are always cold. Above all, An enjoys having someone by her side. Because the older it gets, the more lonely it feels. Sometimes, standing in the middle of a crowd, and feels like an outsider in life. Of those who are talking and laughing, how many are really devoted to it? And when it's gone, will they give it a minute of mourning? And always feels like a footprint in the sand, passing someone and then being forgotten amidst the chaos of life. Thank you for listening to the Mimi Podcast. Have you calmed down a bit? Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Kian Podcast channel so you don't miss a podcast episode.